Welcome back to historic downtown Las Vegas, Nevada, on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. Now the permanent home of the MansionPoker.com Poker Dome Challenge. Hi, everybody. Welcome once again alongside world-renowned poker author Michael Koenig. I am Chris Rose, and we are excited, Michael, because tonight we are filling the sixth and final seat at the second of six $1 million qualifying tables. Let's show you who's going to lace it up next week, starting out with Reg Britton, a fledgling screenwriter from just outside of Boston, had a roller coaster ride in heads-up play, but he cashed his $25,000 check. Week 2, Neil Jones, a grad student from Minnesota, provided the most exciting finish we've seen, spiked an ace on the river to win his match. Week 3, Rodell Toizon, severely short-stacked early on, climbed out of the hole. Who did he beat? Pro superstar Tony G. Then you had Stan Positek from Virginia. The father of 7 was the Mac Daddy in Week 4, steamrolled the table, winning $25,000. And last week, the feel-good story, Ed Betzel, unemployed furniture worker from Michigan, short-stacked midway through the show, took the chip lead, finished it off with a double KO to advance. So, Michael, what's it going to take for that one lucky and skilled competitor to advance tonight?
Chris, our qualifiers tonight had to overcome enormous fields of online hopefuls. The truth is, most of those players who didn't get here because they're pretty predictable. Our players who qualified, their best attribute is unpredictability. Nobody can figure them out. So you've got 6 players here tonight who are unpredictable. One of them is going to have to figure out the competition before the competition figures out him. That person will go to our $1 million qualifier.
Well, Michael, so far it is Masato Black that has figured out what to do. Ladies first, at least so far, $68,000 in chips. Richard Rickabaugh on the short stack, but no time to panic just yet, since the lines are 1,000 and 1,000.
You know, and what's impressive about Masato Black's play thus far is, on one hand, she certainly didn't have a monster, and on another hand, she basically had nothing. Both times she was willing to back up her convictions with big bets, and she sold the story to the other players. Very impressive.
Well, Richard Rickabaugh with those pocket jacks, betting the pot. McMillan is called. And we've got 2 players once again to see the flop. 8-10-10. Rickabaugh with the 2 pair.
Check.
He's going to check it over.
And I think Rickabaugh checks there with the intention of raising here, Chris. That's a great flop for the jacks. Yes, he is going to raise. No overcards. And unless McMillan was fortunate enough to spike a 10, which we know he wasn't, Rickabaugh has the boss hand. Here comes the raise.
So now what is McMillan to do?
Nice raise.
Yep, he smells it and he says, nice raise. And Rickabaugh breathes a little sigh of relief. All these players obviously a little nervous. They're all new to speed poker, and they also haven't played on television very much.
Well,
that'll get the heart rate going.
How about our coal miner from Kentucky? That man right there, Gary Kirk. Not only has he never played poker on television, he's never been on an airplane until this week.
That's right.
Fold. 6. Raise it up to 4,000.
Action is folded around. Rick Berger. The King-Queen offsuit raises up to 4,000. Black folds.
Fold.
Billy Gray's going to fold it. So Berger getting it done with the raise. Now Rick Berger, the truck driver. This is a guy that is definitely ready to see the entire country and stop at a few casinos along the way. And you know what? He just loves the good old USA as well.
This is a beautiful country we're in. There's a lot of awesome scenery out there. I mean, you get the big cities like New York and LA, and then you get the desert going across New Mexico and Arizona, and it's just a gorgeous landscape on this country. I like to stop at some of the casinos that you have out there, through Oklahoma, St. Louis. There's a lot of casinos out there now that we're able to pull into, and fortunately a lot of them have truck parking. I've honed my skills on live play out on the road because, it's a different game playing against people live than it is online. 10-4, over and out.
There you go, good buddy.
Yeah, he almost ran me off the road the other week. I had to have a few words for him.
Chris, Richard Berger's probably our most experienced player, 25 years of experience. But I'm going to hazard a guess that he's never played in this kind of environment before.
Not at all. Stuart McMillan makes the call. 8-7 offsuit. Berger also makes the call.
Check.
Black is in as well. 5-way pot is the last two check. This means, Michael, you have to figure out what everybody has after the flop. Good luck. 7-10, king, a pair of diamonds on the board.
That's a big hand for Kirk. Top two pair. Berger with the nut flush draw. We could have some fireworks here, Chris.
Great checks, as does Kirk. McMillan's going to check as well.
What player is this one? 5,000.
5,000.
Berger with the flush draw, 5,000. Now Black with the up and down straight draw.
Yeah,
he's going to make the call.
And Chris, if I'm Kirk here after Billy Gray folds, yeah, gotta raise. There's so much out there. The straight draws, the flush draws. His two pairs very powerful, but it's vulnerable to somebody catching up on the turn. This would be a great time to go all in.
Well, it doesn't go all in. Makes the raise to 10,000. That gets McMillan out of the way.
And that's way too cheap.
Or you can do that.
That raise is going to allow his opponents, Berger and Black, to see the turn card for a pretty reasonable price.
First time we will see the turn card this evening. And there goes the flush for Berger. Kirk opened the door. Berger walking right through and making a bet of 15,000.
Berger has the nut hand right now. Unless the board pairs, he can't lose, so he just calls. And Masato Black figures out her hand is no good and gets out of the way. Kirk could go broke here if he's not careful.
Looking for a king or a 10 on the river. And a 9 comes. A check by Kirk. Now what do you do if you're Berger?
About half the pot.
Makes it 10,000.
Well, that's a nice, cheap value bet there. Hoping he can bring Kirk along for the ride. 10,000 to win a 75,000 chip pot. Nope, Kirk knows he's beat.
Yeah, it's a big pot.
So, Rick Berger, a couple of nice pots along the way, and he is off and running as we continue with the MansionPoker.com Poker Dome Challenge. More from Vegas after this.